What is going on, you guys? Tony here, back again with another video. I decided to go ahead and not use the YouTube app, mobile app, because it's giving me troubles. So I went ahead and I'm on my laptop now, MacBook. Okay, so let me see if I did this right. I'm just setting up I haven't been on here in a minute. So I guess I have everything going. Okay. Super chat. All right, so I'm on live and I want to talk about pricing. Today I want to talk about what you think about the HTC Ultra pricing. I know it's been a topic for a little while and there's been a lot of controversy as far as did they go the right direction with the pricing and all that. And you know, I don't know what exactly to think about it, but what I do know is it's a lot of money. $750. Anyways, I want to compare both of them, so I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this, and I'll go ahead and do a screenshot. I'll open another window. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Window capture. So, okay, here it is. I have this on here. Let me move this around. I had this set up and then I decided to close it for some reason. But anyways, here we are. So I have pulled up GSM Arena, the LG G6, and also the HTC Ultra. I'm going to compare both of these devices as far as specs go, because I want to show you the differences, you know, as far as chipset and, you know, what features you get, what features you don't get. So we're going to go through this real quick. There's a $100 price difference. It's been said that the T-Mobile G6 is going to be $650 and the Verizon is like $25 more, which is, I think it's great pricing. And the HTC Ultra is actually $750. So we're going to talk about that right here. And hopefully we'll start a nice conversation about that. Is actually $750. So I'm going to go ahead and share this stream to my Twitter and all that stuff. Hopefully we'll have people to join. I did a couple of streams earlier this morning, but they were actually had an issue with my my Wi-Fi connection or my mobile connection, one or the other, and the video just looked horrible, both of them. So I actually deleted both of them, and I decided I'll just do this on my computer because I'll have I got better connection at home. So that's where I'm at with this. So here we have the G6 to the left and the HTC Ultra to the right. We're going to compare both of them. I'm using gsmarena.com to make this video right here. I have the live chat enabled so I can answer any questions that you guys have. Which one am I going to get? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to get the LG G6. Simply, hey, what's up? Kirshner Tech Reviews. What's going on? Simply because the HTC Ultra is a beautiful device. I'm not going to hate on that device. I'm not going to knock that device. I just think that the price of $750 plus tax is going to be like $800, and what you're getting for that price is my issue. That's my only issue. The device is gorgeous. I think it's a great device from what I've been hearing. Battery life is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. There's actually pretty good battery life on there. So comparing both of these, you can see that they both have similar bands. They both have LTE. I'm definitely picking up the one from T-Mobile. and they both have the Snapdragon 821. What's funny here is that the displays, they're both 5.7 inch. They're both 5.7 inch displays, and they're both LCDs. LCD. One is IPS LCD, which is the G6, and the other one is Super LCD 5, which is the HTC Ultra. They're both 2K displays, although the resolution or the pixel density on the LG G6 is 564, and the one on the U Ultra is 513. So the display has to be crispier on the G6. So definite differences. Cornering Gorilla Glass on the HTC Ultra, it's going to have cornering Gorilla Glass 5, and on the LG G6 it's going to have cornering Gorilla Glass 3. Yeah, as far I'm answering Kirshner Tech Review's question. As far as pricing, the most appealing pricing is obviously the LG G6 to me, and I've got that in the comments too. That as far as pricing, people are looking for devices that can offer them the most bang for their buck, and I think that the G6 is going to do that. I think the G6 is going to knock this out the park as far as what you're getting with that device. That device is people are saying that, that they're releasing it like at a wrong time because of Samsung. The S8's about to drop. But the S8, I'm going to tell you right now, the S8 is going to be expensive. They have two variants from what I've been reading. This is just hearsay. Bigger version, which is 6.3, I think, and then they have a smaller version. And even though the smaller version, I think it's still going to be like at least $700 bucks. So we'll see when that comes out. So let me compare these two. They both have Snapdragon's 821. The Adreno 530 on both of them. Internals 32, 64 gigabytes for the G6, and then we have 64, 128 for the U Ultra. They both have 4 gigs of RAM. The G6 is going to have 5 megapixel secondary camera, 13 megapixel, and then the U Ultra, let me see, it has a 12 megapixel camera, optical image stabilization. They're both similar in specs. A couple things that the U Ultra is missing is going to be waterproofing and wireless charging and a headphone jack. And other than that, there's not a huge difference between specs other than the battery. The battery is a main concern to some people, but from what I've been reading, the battery is about average. It's going to get you at least 4 hours of on-screen time, which is pretty good. But it is much smaller than, not much, it's a little smaller than the one on the G6. So the thing about the G6 is that it's a smaller in-hand device. And they crammed all this stuff in there. They crammed all this stuff in there on the G6. It's a smaller form factor. So that's what's impressive to me, is going to be that it's a smaller device. I think it's way smaller than the U Ultra. But it has a bigger battery, has wireless charging, it has a headphone jack, it has a screen to body ratio 80%. They crammed a lot of stuff in a smaller package, which is appealing. I like big phones. Don't get me wrong, I like the big phones, but the thing about the big phones is I'm not about the big phone. Totally honest. I'm about the big screen. So if you can fit a bigger screen in a smaller body, that's what I want. I don't want a big phone. The iPhone here, this thing, look at the forehead and chin on that. This thing, when you put this in your pocket, it's in your pocket. And it's heavy. It's a heavy phone. And also this right here is pretty cool. The S7, the size on this is real nice. It's actually, pretty small. So if they're going to package the G6 with a bigger battery, bigger screen, waterproofing, to me, it's a better value to me. This is my personal opinion. You know, it may not be the same with everyone else. And for the price, $650, to me is a no-brainer. You know, it has a better screen, even the screen. Look, we'll look at the resolution right here, and you'll see that the display has 564 pixels compared to the HTC Ultra. So which one would you go with? Which one would you go? Let me see what this Kirshner Tech Review says. I'm surprised HTC doesn't have wireless charging. Yeah, that's a HTC is a disappointment this year. To me, it's a disappointment. I mean, the phone is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but it's just a disappointment with the lack of features. And you know, it's 2017. All the phones are coming out with waterproofing. They're coming out with what else? You know, the screens are bigger, the bodies are smaller. You know, I don't know. They didn't do it for me this year. HTC as far as with the U Ultra, maybe the HTC 11, maybe the game changer that the HTC needs, but right now it's not. It's not. It's not. I'm not. It did nothing for me. The HTC did nothing for me this year, other than its beauty. It's a beautiful phone. So yeah, you can see. You guys can read for yourselves. It's the same across both devices. They, you know, as far as the basic chipset and the GPU and memory, they both accept micro SD cards. Both get LTE. They're both pretty similar spec. They both have NFC messaging. It's the same thing across both of them. But like I said, just battery's bigger on the G6. It's gonna have you know, the screen size to body ratio is just incredible. I think it's gonna be something real nice. That in-hand feel, you know, like I said, I like big phones. I actually don't like big phones. I actually like big screens. So to fit a big screen like that on a smaller phone, that's a definite thumbs up to me. So we'll see when this comes out. It's supposed to come out in a couple of weeks, I think. As far as the G6 pricing, what do you guys think about that? It's actually $100 cheaper than the HTC Ultra. $100 cheaper. Real nice stuff right there. It is a beautiful device. Let's go ahead and look at some photos on it. On the G6. Look at that. Look at that screen on there. You know, I'm not super excited about the cameras, the way they look on there, but they did a real nice job, man. I really like it. I'm super excited for this phone. I can't wait. It's just more appealing to me than the G6. So here are the different colors. Hopefully T-Mobile will have the white. I know they're going to have the black one. I'm not sure about the silver and the white though. The silver is actually pretty nice. The white one, I don't know which one to get. Which one you guys think is the most appealing? I like the white. It's going to be between the white and what is it, like a gray blue silver? I like that. T-Mobile. Thing about T-Mobile phones is they're hopefully there's no branding on it. They normally don't do that. Put their branding on the back like Verizon does. So if you're going to pick this one up from Verizon, I can almost guarantee that there's going to be some kind of Verizon logo on the back. Very nice. Look at that. In hand. That's what I'm talking about right there. Very nice, very nice, very nice. You know, I also like the S8. I got the S7 right now. And the thing about the S7 is the edges. I'm not a real fan of the edges. I don't I'm just not a fan of the curved edges. It's just me, I don't know. But the curved edges to me is not a must-have. So if the S8 comes out, I know they're saying that both of them are gonna have curved edges. I hope the smaller one doesn't. Because maybe if it doesn't, I'll probably pick that one. I'm gonna pick it up anyways because I'm gonna review it. But yeah, definitely, I'm not a fan of the curved edges. Let's see what else we have here. Hey, what's going on, Mama 4? Haven't seen you in a minute. Well, I haven't done any live streams in a minute. I just did one this morning. And I don't know, there was good connection, good Wi-Fi connection, but I used the YouTube mobile app, and for some reason, I don't know what's going on with that. It's not. Oh, the silver one. Okay. I used to have the S Edge. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the edges. The edges, they kind of bother me simply because, you got my palm always touches the screen and always enables the screen, and then on the stock keyboard, Samsung keyboard, for some reason, like I hit keys I'm not supposed to be hitting. So it's an annoyance. That's why I got this case. It kind of removes the edge features, so there's no edge. I don't accidentally hit it with my palm no more with this case. So yeah, man, I'm super excited about the G6. I can't wait to it hits T-Mobile and I can pre-order. Definitely gonna pick that one up. It's probably gonna go real good with my I don't have it on my G Watch R. I have it upstairs. So not a lot of people on this morning. It's super early again. It's here in Cleveland. It's about to be noon. So if you guys are watching this later, what do you guys think about the pricing on the HTC U Ultra? There's a lot of reviewers or people that I know in general on Twitter and all that saying that you won't know the value of the device until you actually have it in hand. So I kind of agree, kind of disagree, because when you're going to buy something, you know what you're going to buy. You got your expectations. You want a car with sunroof and cruise control, basic stuff that you already want. So you don't really need to have the device, in my opinion, if you already know what you're looking for. If you're looking for waterproofing and bigger battery and stuff like that, bigger display. Man, that HTC is beautiful. Let's have a look at that. HTC, that camera hump though. I don't know. It seems like an old design, and the home button is. I like the home button in the front too, like the S7 Edge and the iPhone. The home button in the front doesn't bother me, but it's just a real big device, and HTC bummed me out this year as far as the HTC U Ultra. It kind of bummed me out because there's really nothing. Like I've said it a couple times. There's nothing that really wows me with this device. They kind of took bits and pieces from other manufacturers, such as LG with the little ticker on the top and the camera in the back from Samsung, and the size in general is like the size of the Note 7. Maybe that's just me nitpicking, but I'm not wowed by it at all. So this one I'll maybe pick up when there's a huge drop on it, then maybe I'll pick it up and review it. But for right now, I'm gonna stick with the LG G6. Let me read some comments. Note on the HTC 2 prices. See, I'm not the only one that says this. There's, to me, right, the price is like the main thing. When you're buying something, price to me, unless you have a lot of money and you just don't care. But when buying a smartphone, price is the main thing. People say, what about the iPhone? Well, the iPhone's different. The iPhone is different because it falls in a whole different category. You get super fast updates. You have the Apple Store. If you have an issue with the iPhone, you can just go right to the Apple Store. They got Apple Care. You have it's whole different. The whole ecosystem of iOS is different. Especially if you have a MacBook. So that's where iOS kind of is different. Because if you're in the iOS ecosystem, then you have a MacBook, and then the value of the iPhone is worth it because you sync it with your MacBook and you get FaceTime, you get iMessage, you got the what I've noticed on the iPhone messaging, like the iMessage and Android messaging, is that the iMessage is coming faster. I don't care what you say about Android or iOS. I know it from experience. I have the S7 and I have the iPhone. And I'm going to tell you that iMessages are super fast. Um, if I send pictures or if I'm receiving pictures on Android, it's slow. I gotta wait maybe almost a minute for the pictures to come in. But iMessage, if you're using iMessage with another person who's using iMessage also, which is the reason why I have the iPhone, is because most of my family members are using the iPhone. So messages between iMessage and iMessage fly. I mean, you could take long videos on the iPhone and you can send them through iMessage, and if the other person has iMessage, the video, you can send real pretty long videos on the iPhone, which you can't do with Android. I've noticed you can't. 30 seconds maybe video clips and stuff like that you can do, but as far as sending like a long video, I've noticed the iPhone, man, the iPhone, you can send 2-minute video, as long as the other person has an iPhone. I have iPhone 7 Plus, and it just works all the time. I miss the customization of Android. This is mom of four. I totally agree. I want to tell you right there, as far as customizing, Android is the way to go if you're into that. But if you're not really into customization, like, for instance, my wife is, she's not into that. She's just into using the apps. The apps work. She's getting the updates. She's using Force Touch and all that stuff. And she just loves the iPhone. She won't switch to Android. I've tried several times. She won't touch Android. And the reason behind that is not because she hates Android. It's because the slow messages, the slow download of photos. You can't send and receive long videos. She had, that problem with the stock messaging app, like you can on the iPhone. The Pixel was also overpriced. I didn't get that either. The Pixel, Mama Force says the Pixel was overpriced by 200. It was. Omar Bravo, did you read my comment? What's your comment? Oh, sorry, I skipped it. Hold on, I'm gonna read it right now. Omar Bravo says, "See, I don't get why people bash on being pricey and not having best specs. There is a Pixel XL. It wasn't much of an upgrade from the 6P, and it's close to $1,000. Well, I said the same thing about the Pixel on previous videos. But Google can do that. Don't you think? Google's like, they run Android. They can. I think they have a bigger shot of selling a more expensive phone than HTC does. They control the software. You're guaranteed faster updates. So you have a point, because it's not But my complaint is HTC. You have a point there as far as the Pixel. I said it before though. I thought a lot of people mentioned that the Pixel was overpriced. Coming from a Nexus device, I had a Nexus 6P and the Nexus 5X, and I was able to flash the same software that was on the Pixel. So yeah, the Pixel is overpriced if you're paying just for the hardware, because the software you can flash on a Nexus device. So Omar, I think I did just read your comment. What do you think about my response? Do you think that the Google Pixel has the right to sell a little bit more higher because it controls the software? He says, yeah, here's my thing with updates. It doesn't change much like back in the day. Now it doesn't change that much at all. Well, if you're looking for the split screen options, if you're looking for possibly the Pixel launcher, we'll possibly be seeing that next. So I kind of agree, kind of disagree. I believe that updates are important, even though some people say they're not because they're minimal. But there's features like the Google Assistant that you can only get if you have uh, Android 6.0 and above. So if you're stuck like on Android 5, then you're not going to get those features. So I think that updates are important. I think updates bring nice features like split screen and stuff like that. Even though I really don't use split screen, but I used it today. So what do you guys think about HTC Ultra and the LG G6? Were you guys even excited about the HTC Ultra? I'm not really, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a real HTC fan, so I may be a little biased. I have owned several LG products, but HTC is not my cup of tea. That's just me though. Anyways, I'm rambling on this video. Pricing does matter to a lot of people, and it does matter to me also. I just don't see what $750 over here on the HTC. I keep saying that. I don't mean to bash the HTC. That's just me. I just thought this is just my opinion, so if you guys are watching this later, don't bash me for that. Everyone has a right to their own opinion, and that's just mine. I tend to say things, right when I'm thinking them. I just tend to do that a lot. So another question is Omar Bravo. Yeah, I'm saying UI changes, and they are so minimal. I guess. Yeah, everyone is super excited about Samsung. I am. I'm excited about Samsung because they had a horrible year. They had a horrible year, and they need to come back, man, because they make some awesome products. I like what they did with 7.0 on the S7. They kind of made it feel like the Note 7. So, hopefully the S8, S8 Plus, they're gonna be some super awesome devices. I know they got they implemented some better safety measures as far as the battery goes. So I'm not gonna be too worried about the battery this year with the S7. I mean the S8 or S8 Plus. They gotta have that covered. I'm pretty sure that the battery issue is gonna be resolved on these new phones coming out from here on down. What do you guys think? Are they gonna re-release the Note 7? There was a lot of controversy about that maybe a few weeks ago. I seen it on the internet. I don't know if it was true or not. I didn't really follow it, but that there was a rumor that they were going to re-release the Note 7. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I have huge selection of cases for the Note 7 that I have not even in the box. I haven't even reviewed them. So that would be awesome. I own the LG G3. That phone was the bomb. The G3 was good. I had the G2, the G3. I skipped the G4. I got the G5, and I had the LG V10. So I'm a fan of LG. I've had LG devices for a little while now. All right, Kirshner Tech Reviews. I'll catch you on the next one. Mama 4. The LG G6 is a beauty. Go for that one for sure. Definitely. I'm going to go for the G6. I don't know what definitely getting a Note 8. I don't know. You think the Note 8's really going to come out? The S8. I'm considering there's going to be two versions of the S8, the S8 and the S8 Plus. I don't know which one to get. I think the S8, it's a smaller version, is the one I may got my eye on. The other one is just, I think it's going to be too expensive for my budget. I owned the G3 and it was bad. It heated up to a certain point. Oh, I'm like, wow. I never had a bad experience with, well, I did have, if you look at my YouTube channel, I had an issue with the G2. The G2, there was a touch screen issue at the very top where I couldn't pull down my notifications because what had happened is the CPU would get real hot and it caused the screen This caused damage on the screen on the digitizer, so it wouldn't allow me to pull down from the top. So what I ended up doing was replacing the screen. Yeah, there's no leaks about the note. So yeah, that is concerning. I don't think though. I don't know. I don't see a note. Maybe they're done with it. If they're gonna have, I mean, they got the S8 Plus with a huge screen. I think it's like 6.3 or 6.2 inches. The Note, it's going to be the same size as the Note. So I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder if they are going to release another Note, or they might just kill it off. Do you think the S8 Plus is going to have the S Pen? So far in the case leaks that I've seen, I haven't seen any cutouts for the S Pen, so I'm going to say no. So this is going to be it for the video. I think I've been on a little bit long enough, and I'm super excited about the LG G6, so I am definitely going to be picking that up, so stay tuned for that on my channel. I'm going to review that, and I'm going to compare it to the iPhone, the S7, possibly the S8. So yeah, that is it for this video. Comparison between the LG G6 and the U Ultra. Price matters, man. It matters to me, and it matters to a lot of consumers. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. You guys been great, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.